Why people with ADHD don't get a fun high off of their ADHD meds. Comment down below. The stigma, unfortunately, with ADHD meds is, especially like Adderall and Ritalin, you're taking crystal meth. That's what people relate it to. Now, if you ask anybody that's ADHD, taking this drug isn't necessarily actually a lot of fun. It doesn't give us this high feeling. In fact, what it gives us in regards to is it gives us a focus. It slows us down, it calms us down, and it makes us feel and be alert and aware. It's feeding us constant dopamine, which now our brain isn't searching for it anywhere, which allows us to actually focus in on tasks that we need to do. That's not necessarily fun to do. There is a part where our brain will self-sabotage us when it comes to ADHD meds because everything becomes very routine. And our brain, still even having dopamine through meds, isn't going to crave it the way that it will crave other higher, more intense forms of dopamine that relax us in different areas in different ways, such as like alcohol, for example. If you talk to a lot of people when it comes to ADHD meds, alcohol will make you feel tremendously different than what ADHD meds do. Alcohol has a better stigma than what ADHD meds do. And that's one of the scary parts about it and why a lot of people struggle when it comes to ADHD, even just taking their meds, because it makes us feel normal. It slows us down. It's not a good time. And unfortunately, people think that we are high, we're not, we're focused. And that's one of the struggles, is how a lot of people without ADHD don't realize how our brain functions with or without dopamine. The depression that's involved, the anxiety that's involved, and also even taking our meds, that it's not necessarily fun. Again, I do share for educational purposes only. I got diagnosed ADD at 13, re-diagnosed ADHD at 17. And so the more that we share, the more that you understand that taking your ADHD meds is more of a tool than anything else, and to set alarms to remind yourself to take your meds, because it's not going to necessarily be something that you're obsessed about. Not like when it comes to something like alcohol, for example, which is something that we can become easily obsessed about because it's actually harder to control and it's a lot more erratic than what our ADHD meds are.